Hey guys, First in Weather here. The main story right now is Hurricane Harvey. It continues to strengthen and it should make landfall later tonight in the southeastern portions of Texas. If we go to the current storms page, we can see that the eye of Hurricane Harvey is only a few miles off coast. However, one thing to note is it's moving very slowly. So landfall should occur later tonight. Right now it is a Category 3 hurricane. So this is the first major hurricane to make landfall on the in the United States this hurricane season, and it really is a big storm. And the main threat is not the winds; it's the rain. The rainfall amounts are absolutely crazy with this system. And if we head to the national, or excuse me, not National Weather Service, but if we head to NOAA's track, we can see that the storm is right here, right now, and maximum sustained winds are at 125 miles per hour, and it's moving northwest at 10 miles per hour. So it's going to take a while to get to make landfall. And so it's predicted to make landfall as a major hurricane and then go a little bit inland, still as a hurricane, weaken it as a tropical storm, and then drift in this area before finally ending up somewhere in eastern Texas by Wednesday. So what this is saying is that over the next 3 or 4 days, the same exact area is going to get pounded by torrential rains, heavy winds, or strong winds, I should say. And this is really going to make the flooding risk extremely high. This is Wednesday, 1 p.m. Wednesday, and what is today? Today is Friday evening. That is insane. That is 4 days of just heavy, strong winds and heavy rain, and that really is going to wreak havoc for the entire eastern portions of Texas. In fact, if we go to the GFS model real quick, and we go to the precipitation amounts, and we go to the regional view, and it's right here. And if we look at the total accumulated precipitation forecast all the way till Wednesday, you can see that up to 2 feet of rain, not snow, 2 feet of rain is expected in a wide area. And this is not just in localized areas, this is in an entire area of Texas. And I wouldn't be surprised if some areas receive 35 to 40 inches of rain. Like, flooding is going to be absolutely devastating. And on top of that, we'll have unbelievable storm surge, huge amounts of flooding, strong winds. To be honest, I think this is going to be a huge storm. This is going to be a multi-billion-dollar storm for the Texas area. And after this, if we go to the 12Z run and we go to Thursday, we can see that this area of 2 feet rainfall totals just expands. And if we go to the MSLP and precipitation mode for this model, we can see that the GFS is predicting landfall later tonight, 60 Saturday, so very late Saturday, as a major hurricane, or just below that, Category 2, but most likely it's going to be a major hurricane. It's going to make landfall. It's going to go west-northwest. This is 12Z Sunday, still over Texas, now weakened, and is probably a tropical storm or a very weak hurricane. And then as we go on, it just drifts in this area. Look at these heavy bands of rainfall. This is insane. And now as we go into Wednesday, still over the same general area. Then as we go into next Thursday and Friday, finally it relents a little bit. And as you can see, Texas is expected to get more rainfall as we head later next week. If we go back to the current storms picture and we go to the forecasted intensity amounts, we can see that Right now it's a category 3 hurricane, and it's expected to dramatically weaken once it makes landfall. However, the rain is really going to be the main story here. It's going to be absolutely devastating for large portions of Texas. And now if we go to the storm tracks, look at this. There's really no defined area of movement. It just goes inland and then just goes in circles before finally, I think, it's going to drift eastward into Louisiana as a very weakened tropical depression or tropical storm. So again, Hurricane Harvey right now is a major hurricane. It's gonna make landfall later tonight or very early Saturday morning around 1 a.m. It's the main story with it is going to be absolutely devastating rainfall amounts. We're talking 35 to 40 inches of rain. It's rain, it's not snow. It seems hard to believe, but this entire area right here is going to be absolutely devastated. And all those people over here, they should definitely evacuate. This is not a storm you can ride out. This is going to be extremely destructive, excuse me. And so it's looking like finally after 5 or 6 days it should finally move out of the area and give some relief to the people here. Now if we go to the overall pattern and we go to the GFS model for this, we can see that this is Hurricane Harvey right here, but other than that we have a trough in the east and a big ridge in the west. And so there really is no steering current for this storm. That's why it's just going to drift across the area. And so as we get another trough, there's really no place for it to go. It goes a little bit northeast and then it just goes back to its position. And then finally, after a while, it just weakens in place. Some models are saying it's going to go to eastern Texas, Louisiana before just completely weakening into basically an area of storminess. Or it's gonna just completely weaken over Texas. And so as we head into September 6th and September 7th, the GFS is actually painting a very strong trough over the east and a very strong ridge over the west. And this is different from what it was predicting a few days ago, where it was saying after September 6th we would see a return back to normal to above average temperatures. This is really a big change, and it really is agreeing now with my forecast of a below average September and an above average September, meaning in regards to temperature in the west, in regard to temperatures in the west and in the east. And then after this, it's finally showing a weak ridge across the east, and well, it's still showing below average temperatures actually, and that may be actually from this weak trough right here from the storm system. But as you can see right along the northern US, we have another trough coming in. So the way it's looking like right now is that we're going to see basically trough after trough in the east and ridge after ridge in the west for at least the next 2 to 3 weeks. And I really do think September has a pretty good chance of seeing below average temperatures. In fact, if we go to this model, you can see for week 1, it's predicting below average temperatures across the entire eastern portions of the country. Week 2, relatively above average temperatures, normal to slightly above average. Then week 3, average to slightly below average. Week 4, below average. Week 5, slightly above average. And week 6, right around average or slightly above average. So I really do think this September has a pretty good chance of seeing below average temperatures, especially in the central United States. And so that is something I'll update you on. Also, in the next couple of weeks, I'll have another update for the 2017-2018 winter. I'll have another discussion. I think my next one will be about the PDO. But for right now, my eyes are on Hurricane Harvey. That is something I'll be tracking for the next few days. All the people down in Texas, stay safe, evacuate. You don't want to risk it. Storm surge, flooding, it's going to be crazy out there. So make sure to stay safe, and I'll see you next time.